السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Believers, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك على هذا النبي المبارك وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه إلى يوم الدين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما يا رب العالمين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. أما بعد, the believers, welcome back to the class of Tawheed, lesson 7, the impossible for Allah, the impossible qualities, attributes concerning Almighty Allah SWT. We are explaining الخريدة البهية in the ilm al-kalam, knowledge of Tawheed, knowledge of kalam. It's very important for every Muslim and Muslimah to learn about their beliefs, their faith. And Imam Ahmad al-Dardir, who wrote this poem, summarize ilm al-kalam in almost 70 lines, and it is the custom for scholars since Sahaba till our days that summarize the knowledge to make it easy for the students to learn, memorize, and make it easy for them to learn the knowledge in Arabic language, in Islamic studies, and so on. So Imam Ahmad al-Dardir follow the habits and the customs of scholars, of imams, of ulama of Islam, of Muslim nation. We reach with Imam al-Dardir with line 43. Line 43, he is saying ويستحيل ضد ما تقدم من الصفات الشامخات فاعلم. ويستحيل ضد ما تقدم من الصفات الشامخات فاعلم. And it's impossible, the opposite of what we mentioned before, from sublime attributes. You should know. Next line 44. لأنه لو لم يكن موصوفا بها لكان بالسوى معروفا. لأنه لو لم يكن موصوفا بها لكان بالسوى معروفا. Because if he is not attributed by these sublime attributes, so he is equal with his creation. Next line 45. وكل ما قام به سواها فهو الذي في الفقر قد تناهى. وكل من قام به سواها فهو الذي في الفقر قد تناهى. And whoever is equal with creature, it is absolutely in need. Next line 46. والواحد المعبود لا يفتقر لغيره جل الغني المقتدر. والواحد المعبود لا يفتقر لغيره جل الغني المقتدر. And the one who is worshipped, Allah, God, does not need other than himself, the Almighty, the rich, the self-sufficient, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's analyze, explain these lines. Here, Imam Ahmad al-Dardir in الخريدة البهية, he wants to prove the impossible of reserving the divine attributes that were previously mentioned rationally and logically. There is some attributes we mentioned at the beginning, class 3 and class 4. So here Imam Ahmad al-Dardir wanna إثبات that's impossible to have the opposite. Allah has this opposite of these attributes. We're gonna have example for that. That rationally and logically. Because if the opposite is proved, the opposite attributes are proven, the equality between Allah and the creation is proved. And this is rationally impossible. For example, Allah is ever living, Al-Hayy. Allah Hayy, Allah Al-Hayy. Allah is ever living. And impossible to describing Him by death. Allah is self-sufficient. Impossible describing Him by needy to others, needing to others. He is the rich, free from need to other. He is self-sufficient, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's clear that these attributes cannot prove opposite. Otherwise, that's contrast and it is not rational, not logical. So logically, rationally, it's impossible to say about God, Allah, these opposite attributes, or compare Him with His creatures, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Next line, Imam Ahmad al-Dardir saying, وَجَائِزٌ فِي حَقِّهِ الْإِجَادُ وَالتَّرْكُ وَالْإِشْقَاءُ وَالْإِسْعَادُ. وَجَائِزٌ فِي حَقِّهِ الْإِجَادُ وَالتَّرْكُ وَالْإِشْقَاءُ وَالْإِسْعَادُ. And it's possible for Him to create or annihilate, or make miserable, or make happy. Here Imam Ahmad al-Dardir rahimahullah wanna confirm the possibility for Allah is to do or not to do, to make that happy or miserable, unhappy, to create or not to create, to give or not to give, prevent, etc. Free to do or not to do, subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is free willing, jalla wa ala. Next line. ومن يقل فعل الصلاح وجب على الإله قد أساء الأدب. ومن يقل فعل الصلاح وجب على الإله قد أساء الأدب. And whoever says it's obligation on Allah to make the righteousness, so this is disrespectful to God, to Allah. Here Imam Ahmad al-Dardir, the believers wanna respond to Mu'tazila. Mu'tazila, this Muslim group, saying it's obligation on Allah to do such and such. It's obligation on Allah to do righteousness, and so on. So here he respond, who said it's a must on Allah to do what righteous goodness. This is disrespect Allah to say it's a must, it's obligation. Sunni beliefs say no obligation on Allah to do anything. Allah is free to do what He wants. Allah is free willing, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Next line, the believers, Imam Ahmad al-Dardir rahimahullah saying, وَجْزِمْ أَخِي بِرُؤْيَةِ الْإِلَهِ فِي جَنَّةِ الْخُلْدِ بِلَا تَنَاهِ. وَجْزِمْ أَخِي بِرُؤْيَةِ الْإِلَهِ فِي جَنَّةِ الْخُلْدِ بِلَا تَنَاهِ. And absolutely, my brother, we will see Allah in the eternal heavens. إذ الوقوع جائز بالعقل وقد أتى به دليل النقل. إذ الوقوع جائز بالعقل وقد أتى به دليل النقل. Because it is possible rationally. And the book, Quran and Sunnah, approved that. Sheikh Ahmad al-Dardir rahimahullah wants to say, seeing Almighty Allah in paradise, it's a part of the paradise pleasure. Seeing Allah is possible rationally. And the Holy Quran declares that. Allah says in the Quran, وجوه يومئذ ناظرة إلى ربها ناظرة. Some faces that they will be radiant, looking at their Lord. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among them. Ameen, Ya Rabb al-Alameen. In the Sunnah, the Prophet salawatu Rabbi wa salamu alayhi saying, may Allah peace and blessing be upon him, إنكم سترون ربكم كما ترون هذا القمر لا تضامون في رؤيته فإن استطعتم ألا تغلبوا على صلاة قبل طلوع الشمس وقبل غروبها فافعلوا. You will see your Lord as you see this full moon, and have no doubts about seeing him. If therefore keep praying before the sunrise, Al-Fajr, and before the sunset, Al-Asr, do so. The believers, Imam Ahmad al-Dardir, rahimahullah, next line saying, وصف 51 وصف جميع الرسل بالأمانة والصدق والتبليغ والفطانة. وصف جميع الرسل بالأمانة والصدق والتبليغ والفطانة. Describing all messengers, prophets of Allah with honesty, truthfulness, conveying and intelligence. Next line 52 ويستحيل ضدها عليهم وجائز كالأكل في حقهم. ويستحيل ضدها عليهم وجائز كالأكل في حقهم. And it is impossible what is opposite them, previous attributes, and it is possible attributes such as eating. So there is necessity attributes for prophets, and impossible attributes for prophets, and possible attributes for prophets and messengers. Next line 53 إرسالهم تفضل ورحمة للعالمين جل مولى النعمة. إرسالهم تفضل ورحمة للعالمين جل مولى النعمة. Sending them is a kindness and mercy to the world from the most gracious subhanahu wa ta'ala. So here Imam Ahmad al-Dardir rahimahullah wanna say that what is necessary, what is inevitable, what's possible, permissible, what's impossible for the messengers and prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's explain that. Inevitable mental duty, necessary to be honest. To be honest. Neither forbidden nor disliked happens from them, prophets, messengers. And they must deliver what they have commanded to inform. So we must believe that they are characteristic by these qualities. We must, as a Muslim, as a believer, we must believe that they, the prophets and messengers, are attributed by these qualities. That's for the must, for necessity attributes, for impossible attributes. For them, lying, it's impossible. They tell lying to tell something that doesn't match what Allah mandated them to deliver. That's impossible for prophets and messengers. It's impossible for them to do haram, forbidden, or what causing them to do something forbidden or disliked, makruh, haram or makruh. So lying, betrayal are impossible for them. Conceal, hide what Allah has commanded them to convey to the people, it is impossible for them. Now with the third point concerning the possibility permissible for prophets and messengers. For them, عليهم الصلاة والسلام جميعا, eating, marrying, marriage, hunger, get sick, and it's not permissible for them what leading to deficiency, yani light sickness, or sickness, illness that doesn't lead to disability. So for them, it's not permissible for them what leading to deficiency, like madness, like leprosy, like disability, and so on. The believers will reach to the end of the class of Tawheed of today, lesson 7, asking Almighty Allah SWT wa ta'ala to accept our good deeds and forgive our bad deeds. Asking Almighty Allah SWT wa ta'ala to forgive our mistakes, our errors, our shortcoming, and asking Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to gather all of us together in Jannat al-Firdaus. Ameen Ya Rabb al-Alameen. وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.